Hey Cancer, Starseed, Lightworker, Twin Flame and Soulmates. Welcome to Lorraine Rangi's Tarot. Now just before I dive in there and pull some cards for you, I'd just like to say I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. So let's go, let's deep dive, let me bust my move and let's see what messages the cards have for you. Alright, so you were coming in with the Justice card and you're coming in with the Tower. Now, what these two cards are talking about here, guys, Cancer, is it's a realization here on what needs to happen. What needs to happen in order to nail your person, in order to get closer to your person. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, of course, it can actually talk about here in your reading. There's some major changes here. And I think you realize that there are some major changes that you are going through when it comes to your person, and also for themselves here. This is coming in as the environment needs to change here in your reading. See, it comes in here in your reading is that you've got to release the control. You can't control this. You can't control how this goes here. You want to, and I get it here. You want to control it. You want it to go a certain way here. Okay, you want your person here, and this is both you and your person, okay? You want your person here, but it's that perception, what I'm getting here, as to how to get your person. Because this is also coming in as following what everybody else has done here in terms of tradition. Oh, I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to do it how everybody else has done it. That's around you. And that's around your person. Because remember, this is coming in as both you and your person here. Now, in terms of this realization, what the realization here is saying is that it's not going to go that way unless here you choose yourself. And you let go of that perception here. You let go of that tradition here. And take another path. and choose another path is what it talks about here. Now, what I also get here in your reading is that you know you need to, or you know the path is what it talks about, but it's not a path. What I'm getting here, it's not a path, it's not a cycle that you know much about here. So there is an element here where you may lack that trust. That's all it is. It's trust factor here. Trusting in yourself and the universe, especially the universe coming in with the Justice card and the Tower, that this is the correct path to ultimate fulfillment, abundance, and true and real love. See, I also get with the Tower card coming in here, this is coming in as you getting it, you finally realizing here that it's both you and your person here, that what you're doing isn't making a difference yet. It hasn't made a difference. However, you may not see it that way, Cancer, but it's a start. It's a start point here, because now you get it. Now you realize it here. All right. And what it can come in as here, guys, with both the Justice and the Tower card, is looking at your environment here and realizing that there are changes that need to happen. Now, these changes are huge. They're not small changes here. And what it talks about there in your reading is that that's only the start. It's not the end point. There are still more changes to happen, because what you are wanting, what you and your person are wanting here, it's bigger than you can control here. It's bigger than what you imagined it would be. here in your reading. See, I get here is that you're on a subconscious level for both you and your person, you've been able to control certain steps or certain things in your own personal life here, okay? And certain things have come in for you. Let me put it that way, here in your reading. And so because of that, it's like success and achievement. And because of that, you applied that same way of doing things, that same way of thinking here in action to your guys' dynamic relationship here, connection. But with both these cards coming in your reading, it's like saying, no, it can't be done that way. You have to release the control. Surrender the ego is what it talks about here. And so what it also talks about here in your reading is that there's a fear element here. So the fear element, what I'm getting here in your reading is the fear is to love here. Is to explore true and real love. These true and real love feelings that are starting to well up inside of you here for both you and your person. Because what it can come in as here, Cancer, is just wanting it. Just wanting to put it into action. Just wanting your person. Like I said, this is coming in as both you and your person here. But because you both are, what I get here, because you are both quite different in a sense to each other here. And there's a huge difference here. There's a struggle happening here. If it was only that easy here, then why hasn't it happened? This is what the Justice card and the Tower card is saying here in your reading. And I do get here, even yourself here, Cancer, is thinking, then why hasn't it happened? If this is my person, why is it so difficult here to get with my person? That's what it's talking about here in your reading. And so that's one of the best ways in which I can explain what's going on here in your reading. Because what I get here is that these feelings that both you and your person are going through here, it's bringing in the Tower. And it just is that way here. Because there is a huge want and desire. It can be seen as that magnetic attraction that both you and your person have. There is a huge want and desire here to make it happen. I do get here in your reading is that for both you and your person, you have taken certain steps to make it happen, but it still hasn't happened the way in which you both wanted to. But that wanting it to happen a certain way is also coming in as tradition and religion here. It's also coming in as the ego here. And what I also get here in terms of the control, here in your reading, the control here is trying to control your emotions and your feelings here. See, I get here in your reading is that it makes both you and your person feel so damn uncomfortable. You are so unsettled here. There may even be anxiety here, overthinking. All of that is coming in when you come in with the Justice card and the Tower. And both those cards are bigger than yourself, which is why I'm saying you can't control it. So what it's talking about here in your reading, it's talking about deal with yourself and your person deal with themselves. Deal with what you're going on, what's going on with you. So book an image reading with me. All right, now you were coming in, let's move on. You're coming in with the Seven of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles here in your reading. And so what I get there in your reading, Cancer, what it talks about there is it's the obstacle and the challenge. This is coming in as tradition and religion here. Now what I mean by that is, like I said, so you've built something, you've built success and achievement. That's the best way in which I can say it. Relationships here, both you and your person on an individual level here. All right, and what I get with the Seven of Cups here in your reading is that for both you and your person, you continued building that way when it came to you and them. It's like that. All right, and so what it comes in is here with the Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, it's like, no, what I'm doing is okay. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing here. And that's how it's coming in. Here in your reading, it's like saying here, no, I've built relationships in the past. I know how to build a relationship. I've been in relationships here. So I'm going to apply that knowledge that I have when it comes to you, both you and your person. All right? Just keep following me here, guys. And so what it talks about there in your reading is that, see, it's coming in as you need to take consistent action. But this consistent action isn't actually just towards each other here. This consistent action here in your reading actually comes in as the changes. That's what it's saying. Like I said, it's about focusing on yourself here. And I'm not saying you can't take that, keep taking that action towards your person, but what other actions here, what else can you be doing here to create those changes? Because it's coming in with the Justice card, just as what it talks about there in your reading is that if you keep doing it the way in which you're doing it at this point in time, well, you're going to get the same results here. Now, coming in with the Seven of Cups, what it talks about there in your reading, it's coming in, like I said, it's that ego here. And an ego can be positive or negative here, right? That everything's okay. I can come in this way. We're going to make changes. My person is going to choose me. I don't need to make changes. I can come in and be quite casual. That's how I see the Page of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups today, guys, is quite a casual attitude, behavior here, when in actual fact, in terms of that consistent effort, it has to be full investment here. See, like I said, focus on yourself, and by focusing on yourself here in your reading, you can take that Page of Pentacles to another level, because it needs to go to another level here. See, what I'm getting here, Page of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, you're coming in with Four of Pentacles here. It's coming in as you're holding back here from taking it to another level. So that consistent effort here in your reading is only coming in as a page, where you're just going to give it a go and see where it goes. It's like testing the waters here. But in actual fact, what it talks about here in your reading with the Justice card and the Tower is that you want it. You actually want this. But how do I create these changes here? What is it that I need to change? What is it that I need to do here? I am showing up. What I'm doing is okay, so it's not me, it's my person here. That's what it's saying. Well, in actual fact, if you're going to come in as a Page of Pentacles here, well, you know, it's both you and your person that are holding this up here. So this reprogramming is what it talks about, and it's a challenge to change is what it talks about here. It's a challenge to invest here. It's a challenge to take consistent effort, or make that consistent effort, because it's well, of course it is. You know, making that conscious effort here, you know, there's always, when you're coming in with the page, what it tells me there is that if it doesn't work the first time, you're going to let it go. You're going to cut it off here, guys. So where's the consistent effort in that? Where's the commitment in that here in your reading? See, there's no want to build it here, to want to make it happen. But even the rebuild, but the rebuild is not the connection with your person. The rebuild here, guys, is actually you. Now, coming in with the Seven of Cups, what it talks about there in your reading, like I said, it's coming in as that flippant attitude here. There's another way in which I've heard it being put here. It's like casual here. That what I'm doing, no, it's fine what I'm doing. You know, I do get here in your reading with the Justice and the Tower card, it's like connecting the dots here. Oh, is that what I need to be doing? See, and so the picture gets bigger here. That realization gets bigger because it's almost like you're limited here. You're quite narrow-minded. This is both you and your person as to what needs to happen. And trusting here in your reading that is what you need to do here. That's what I'm getting with those cards here, guys. Holding back from these changes, yet you're coming in as a page here. So it's almost like holding back from taking that leap of faith into the unknown. The unknown here is actually yourself, as well as your person here, okay? See, even though you're coming in as a page, what it talks about there in your reading in terms of this leap of faith, this leap of faith is about self-development here. Self-confidence, self-improvement here in your reading. See, pages are risk takers, but this page is actually coming in as, I'm okay, I don't need to take a risk. Here, this is both you and your person. Right. I mean, there are many ways in which I could break those cards down, but that's the main way in which it's coming out in your reading. All right, let me carry on. Now you were coming in with the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Wands. I mean, well, guys, you know, such a huge contrast to the first lot of cards that came out. However, see, what it talks about there in your reading is that, see, it's saying here, Cancer, you have to start from scratch. That's what it's saying. Because Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles is 4. You have the 10 of Pentacles here. You're coming in with 14. 14 reduces to 5. And I get there in your reading. This is why the Tower and the Justice card is coming in here, because it's saying here potentially here in your reading it's a restart is what I'm getting. It's a rebirth here, where this consistent effort that you need to take here in your reading needs to start. It needs to start. That's what it talks about. See, what it also talks about here in your reading, you're coming in with, yeah, I know you can see the Page of Pentacles as someone who plants positive seeds here, okay? But what it also talks about here in your reading is that it's almost like for both you and your person, you didn't cultivate these positive seeds. You didn't nurture it here. You didn't give it time to grow, is what it talks about. Also here in your reading, so that it is a new beginning. See, I get here with the Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, what that tells me there in your reading is that for both you and your person, you actually thought the Page of Pentacles was the new beginning, but your reading's saying here, no, that's not the new beginning. The new beginning needs to be cultivated. The new beginning needs to be nurtured, is what it talks about. Now, coming in with, then there you go, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here. And that Ten of Pentacles is talking about a new foundation. That's what it talks about here. Because potentially here in your reading, you're going to show up that way. That's what it's saying here, Cancer. Now you're coming in with the Nine of Cups here in your reading, and I spoke about here, potentially here, it has to be all about you, and and even your person, it's got to be all about them here. This rebuild, this restart is what it talks about. See, with the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, what it talks about there is that it was an opportunity here to reprogram. It's saying you didn't do that here. But if you start it now, that's what's going to come in. Here's the Nine of Cups. That's how your reading is coming in. Potentially here, see, what I get with the Tower card and the Justice card, it's almost saying here in your reading, if you want a new cycle, for the new cycle to begin, the past cycle needs to end. Whatever that past cycle was when it came to both you and your person. Yeah. Now, coming in with the Four of Wands, what I get there in your reading, so the Nine of Cups is coming in as a wish fulfillment here. But it also comes in with happiness. But this is self-happiness. This is happiness with yourself here. Okay? Yeah. And see, I get with the Tower card coming in your reading, that's what it's showing you. That's what the Tower card is actually showing you here. Because the main thing that made you happy was definitely your person, but it's almost like saying here in your reading, nothing else makes you happy. Okay, so potentially here, once you focus on yourself here, you're coming in with the Nine of Cups as well. That's what your reading's talking about here, Cancer. Now, coming in with the Four of Wands, potentially here in your reading, what it talks about there, that is that consistent effort. See, I spoke about it being quite casual over here, both you and your person, but you can't be casual here. It's almost like saying here in your reading that you have to learn how to give full commitment. You have to learn how to take that consistent effort here. And like I said, it's not just about your person. There are other things here where you need to take action on, or that need your time and attention, is a better way of saying it, coming in with the Four of Wands. And like I said, book an image reading with me. Now we're going to come in with the advice, and you are coming in with the Two of Cups. I mean, wow, guys, here in your reading, 18, dear. It comes in as self here. Now, what I mean by that, the self here is the choice. Two of Cups is a choice. See, it's almost like saying here, you want each other to choose each other. And okay, there's nothing wrong with that here. But what it talks about here in your reading, do you choose love or do you choose non-love here? Or your perception of love? That's what the Two of Cups is saying. Well, in your reading it is, you guys. Yeah. It means a lot. This means a lot to you. This means a lot to your person, Cancer. Alright, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your reading, Cancer, and I will catch you later. Bye.